Hey there guys, and welcome back. So I had a pretty eventful morning so far, but we are finally here to get this stream done. I was considering, if you read the description, I was considering actually not streaming, putting the legs on, but I figured there were a couple more features that I'd actually like to stream. So that is why we're having a stream here, which is now part 3. So again, the plan here, well, first off, let me just show you what happened so far. Again, I mentioned I would be changing the size of it off stream, which would cause some changes to occur, break some things, and some things definitely broke. I think the fins definitely look a little bit different, but I actually think they look better. Now, one thing I'm considering, but may not do, is, you know how it's flat on the back? We're going to be printing to remind ourselves in this orientation against the bed, like that. So we're going to be printing like that. So it doesn't necessarily matter that the back is flat. If we wanted, I want to print this way. Let me just clarify for a second. I want to print in this orientation because if we print the front in the opposite orientation, then we know that both sides are going to be flat and will line up. That is the premise there. So that's the reason for wanting to print it this way. With the back flat as is, we actually could print it upside down like this. Obviously this is not at a bit of an angle, but it would be printed a little bit, just correct for it. You understand. So we could print on the back because it's flat. I would consider though maybe undoing this extrusion. So we have this extrusion right here because the fins got cut at an angle. So let me just hop there. I think that's this guy. Nope. So this is all the internals. Let's see. So there's the loft. That should be the loft for the fins. Yeah, wings. So which means that this guy right here should be, whoops. Yeah, shell correction. Roll history here. And hit the back button a couple times. Yeah, there you go. So because we cut at an angle opposing to the original plane, we extended those out like that. So I could undo those, and what I would consider doing is actually, let me take a top down to explain this, making these also V-shaped to give it a little bit more make it a little bit more interesting looking. So have the wings come out like this. I don't know that that's entirely necessary, but it's definitely in consideration. The only awkward part with it is just this fan in the back. Obviously this fan then, if we split this straight down the middle and have this in a V shape, the fan would be a little bit awkwardly placed. We'd have to kind of cut out a section of the V, which is why I'm not thinking about it. However, one of the things that I am going to do, which is part of the reason why we are streaming, is I actually think I want to put vents up here. I don't know about down here, but I'm thinking about triangular vents right here. And it will be a little interesting to figure out how exactly I feel like doing that. Otherwise, while we are doing the recap on what's happened so far, first off, you can notice that these guys had to move out further. They used to be further in. The problem is mostly this guy down here. You can even see how he's offset from center. He's no longer dead center because of these holes. He kept on running into these holes. And furthermore, now that these are up against the shell, they actually look a little bit more, what should I say? How should I call it? I guess natural. There's another word I was looking for there, but natural is the word I will be using. Instead of just being standoffs like this. The next part that had to get fixed was, let's see, this is the body here. Yeah. So as you can see, we're down to 4 standoff posts instead of 5 because the 5th one ended up like right here, I believe it is. Yeah, it ended up in the visor. The top part of it, top hard half of it ended up in the visor. So we got rid of that guy. I'll put the BTT back up so you can see it. So you can see, if I take a straight back view, how we're looking through the visor at this point. And remember that it's larger than this circle right here. So I just got rid of it instead of trying to do anything with it to salvage it. I figured these 4 standoffs, it's not a moving part, so should be good enough. Otherwise, I think in the original versions this might have been a little bit cleaner right here, but it's not something I'm going to worry about. And these guys did break a little bit, but not that badly. These were pretty easy to fix. Same thing with this. This actually, because the sketch changed, because the size was smaller, the curve here, you'll recall that this curve is a spline joint that is not exactly tied down. That would be visor correction. Yeah, you see how it's not constrained. So this guy ended up doing something wonky, which kind of screwed it up. But one of those things, easy enough to fix, just took a little bit of time. And again, better fix that off stream. Beyond that, any other fixes were pretty minor. So that gets you caught up to where we are. We are now down at, I want to say 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches. I actually put inches in instead of millimeters this time, before we had 200 millimeters. So, the vents on the back here is where I will be starting, and then we'll do the legs. The biggest question is, I do not have a plane to reference here for these vents. So the question is, just to get our third time there, what is the best way to go about making these? I was kind of thinking about getting a plane like this, and then drawing them like this, and patterning them up. The only problem with patterning them up is obviously it goes in a triangle formation, so it'd be a little sketchy, but I'm thinking at this point it might actually be better to loft them up. Might be our best bet. I think I want them to sit flush. You know what, they could hang out a little bit on the back. So maybe let's say 1/4 of their depth will be out the back of this, and the rest can be inside. So if we loft it up, we're going to need, we can get this plane here. This plane's easy enough. Is that plane useful for us is the first question. It almost is. It almost is. I kind of would prefer actually to if it was possible, I might prefer to draw it like this, and then draw little squares or triangles, trapezoids. Draw little trapezoids in here. Take the intersection, draw a couple trapezoids, but the fact of the matter is that we kind of need a plane like this so that we're heading straight across on this angle. So I don't know how feasible that is. So I think we will just be tossing a back plane. Well, let's check if we have a back plane yet. Plane 1. Ooh, you are not labeled. That's not great. This is, I think that's back of fan. That looks like that's back of fan. Back of case fan. Okay. And let's just check if it didn't get Nope, it did not get misfiled. So we'll hop in here and back panel. Toss that in there. And I'll take this one first, and then we'll offset. Probably the easiest way to do it, to get the loft in. We are going to loft because we want to kind of extrude at an angle down into the fin. That is my rationale right here. So let's get, actually I will take an offset. Again, offsets break, which is why I don't do it too often, but you know what, never mind, I take it back. We can just do one and then we can mirror it across. I was going to use the fact that we have 2 of these fins to do as an excuse to offset, because then I don't have to draw the triangle in the other one. However, it is most likely more useful. Can I not collinear you with that guy? Whoops, that is not correct. It is most likely more useful to... Oh, you are not actually a line, huh? What are you, a spline? I guess. It's going to be more useful to just do one triangle at this point. And you are also not. Huh, interesting. We have some weird geometries going on here. As you can see, that gets closer at the bottom. So let's see, what is the, can I get, no, those are my only 2 dimensions. Huh, alright, you know what? It does look like it is going to be easiest to do an offset here. So we are back to that. And 3mm is probably correct. And I will take this to that. And then the angle of our, so this doesn't quite look right if we make everything parallel to, let me delete that, make that parallel to that. I don't know that those fins quite look correct, is the only question. And turn you off, turn the back off. Looks a little, let's see if I go perpendicular here, how that changes. Okay, that actually goes the opposite direction of what I was thinking. I was kind of wanted to go up more, but that went down. So let's try the opposite side. Just playing around to see what looks right. This is obviously going to be way off that side when I do this. Oh, I can't even do this. So let us, fascinating. So yeah, interesting. Why doesn't it want, it seems like it almost wants me to be able to grab this line, but then it changes its mind. Yeah, it really does not like those lines there. So I guess we will do this one. And let me go 60 here. Just kind of figure out where I want this at. Yeah, see, something like this is the angle I was thinking going up here. If this is 90 right here, it kind of feels like it gets squished up on the other side too much. So I think 80. See, I can't take the angle off this side, which is the biggest problem. And let me just look at the body real quick. Yeah, so that line is this extrusion right here. I guess we can't take this line. Well, no, that line should be on the same plane as us. That should be collinear right there, from there to there. Let me try to... Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do it in that plane. Okay. Those should be collinear, I'm pretty sure, because we extruded it out to the same plane. So it's a little interesting that I can't take the angle off this guy. Or this guy, for the record. Right? Yes. So, I guess this is where we're at. I will go to delete this line, I think, because I will instead replace it with this guy. And then we will go ahead and, like I said, like I've said in the past rather, I don't particularly like patterning and doing all this stuff in the sketch. However, I think in this situation it just saves us the most amount of time. Pattern along path. No pattern along path in sketches, which is something I'd know if I did this more often in sketches, but I normally don't. So we will do spacing. Probably 3mm spacing is correct. And then we can just see what this looks like. Let's see, do we want to go one more? Well, definitely not there. Let's see, fin, 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 fin. Turn the body off. 1, 2, 3. Well, never mind. This is 19. 19 and a half is 8. So I got 8 fins, and that means this is a space at the end, which is probably alright. Alright, let's see how this works. I think that is how I'm going to do it this time, just because we have all these weird angles. So I think this is probably the easiest way to go about this. And then we can make our offset plane. This is the back panel outside. Back of case fan. And the sketch is top of vent loft is a good name for it. Hit the finish button, hit the offset, grab the outside of back, and we will go. Let's see, I feel like they should probably be like 5 or 6 millimeters. And in the opposite direction, correct? Yes. Alright. Bottom of vent loft. Grab that. And I think, actually, if we grab all these and offset it by 1, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So, let us hit this button, turn the body off. Oh, I can't box select. Now I'm not going to be able to box select. Okay. I guess we will do this the hard way. And okay. And then this is bottom of vent loft. And now we can go ahead and loft. There we go. Loft. Alright, so turn. This might be. This is gonna be obnoxious, isn't it? Back to I'm not patterning. Alright, we're going to try 1 and then see what happens here. I hear this song way too often. This song's way too memorable. Alright, so do this to not that one is what I was thinking. And let's turn the body on. Oh, actually, I should do the other one, right? I kind of wanted this to be a hole here. So, which way do I actually... I think the vent's going... no, the vents can go down. The vents can go down. So, we will go the other way. So that loft right there to the second one. Not there. There. Body. Oh, I did not hit loft evidently. Loft. There we go. Cut. Okay. Here's the other thing, actually, I'm realizing, is that is not shelled out. So, I'm going to go here. Well, first let me try this, because I was kind of curious how badly this is going to screw up if I do this. Because, again, doing all these lofts individually seems a bit obnoxious. Spacing is going to be 6 millimeters. That was actually supposed to be spacing. 6 millimeters, start point 0. And let's just go all the way up. So this should be 8. 10 looks more normal. So let me see what it does here. Yeah, okay, that's what I was afraid of. That it was just going to cut through the end, which is why I figured we had to do it in the sketch instead. So, now that I know that, I guess we are just stuck doing this loft by hand, which is, again, unfortunate, but it's where we're at. Can't really complain. So, if I go 3 millimeters here, will I get on the inside of the wings? Is the first important question. I will not. So, Let us see. How are we going to make this work? I don't think I can get a good tangent plane in here. Yeah, cannot get a good tangent plane in there. We could try lofting down on the inside of the wing to the bottom. The wing extends to here, so it might work. So let's grab outside back of body. Project. We'll toss the 3mm back into there. -3. Oh, actually, I take that back. I take that back. We actually want to go -3 here because we want a 3mm shell on the backside as well. We don't want to cut out into empty space. So intersect this guy. Okay. Not the form though, the body. Thank you. Okay. Turn the body off right quick. Grab this because we want a 3mm perimeter. And I will toss this line in here this time and change that to that. Finish. And do we have a plane for the front side? That would be this. This should be, yeah, that's the same plane because these two connect here. So I guess just do that. Project. This is gonna be a little sketchy. This is gonna be a little sketchy, not gonna lie. Really, I do need that tangent line on the inside is my big problem. I just don't know how to get it. I don't have a good way to get it right. Because what happens is it's actually not straight tangent to here, so it's not tangent on the same plane of the X or Y axis. It's actually at an angle, right? It's an angle right round about here. This is more or less where the plane is at. You know what? Let us, instead of making this sketch, Control Z, try lofting to the inside face. We can try that. Where is my loft? Loft. I'm blind. All right. One of those things. I've been customizing my toolbar slowly over time as I realize that there are things on here that I do and do not need. There we go. And let's take the hole off there because I never use hole either. Or I very rarely use hole. So, body, that, body. Try to do this. Nope, not happening, is it? It does not appear to be happening. What about that? Nope. That? Nope. Yeah. Let us see. What is a good way to fix this? Okay. We could get a little feisty with this. So, if we extrude that body to there. Okay, not really gonna work now. Back to loft. Loft to there. And then... So let's take a quick look really quick. That is acceptable on the right hand side. So our only issue is we need an offset from that plane. Can I take an offset from that plane? I cannot. So we need to somehow... I've got it. I got it. We'll shell from here 3 millimeters on the outside. No, not gonna work. Interesting dilemma. Interesting dilemma. All right. Okay. Which plane do I want it on? Because again, it's not going to be... all right. Attempt number 3. If attempt number 3 doesn't work, we will move on. I'm going to just extrude the fins. Yeah, extruding the fins into nothingness just for looks is a little bit not necessarily going to work, but we could attempt. But this is what I'm going to attempt to do. So we'll make a sketch as soon as Fusion catches up with me. There it is. Sketch here. Project this. Let's actually not project. Intersect there. Okay. I'm going to toss a tangent line here on the inside. Tangent there. And let me project that, I think. I think that might be... Whoops. Stop it. There we go. Bad fingers. That's probably a spline line, isn't it? So I'm not going to be able to right angle it. Nope. So, let's see. What is a good... I guess... What is a good angle to grab? Maybe between these 2 points. That and that. Huh. You really don't want to... Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. So am I doing this wrong then? Yeah, it might be better to do it on the inside actually, on second thought. So what we're doing here is I'm going to make a plane through 2 edges, 2 lines here. I'm going to use this line, and then we're going to set up inside a back of... So this is inside back of back panel. This is... Which one is this? Oh, that actually should be the same one, strictly speaking. So let us delete that, and that's fine, because I think I'm actually going to delete this sketch as well. Grab this, intersect, okay, and turn the body off. Grab this guy. Let's turn some of this off so that I know what I'm looking at. Okay, and plane through 2 edges. Well, this isn't actually an edge, right? Okay, if it lets me count the sketch as an edge. Huh, yeah, because they're twisted, it's not quite going to work. So let me come back over here. Delete that guy, and instead project that guy. And yeah, you know what? We will just project that guy. Alright, try this again. Through 2 edges. Do that. And then this... Oh, I just deleted that loft, didn't I? Alright, anyway. Pretend I didn't delete that loft. So this is... wing interior tangent. In theory. It's not really tangent, but it should be good enough. Yeah, I mean, it should be good enough, honestly speaking. Let's see. Do I want to... Yeah, I guess I will attempt to do this without the other one first. Oh, I guess... Okay, so this plane is not actually the same plane as the one I had before, because the one I had before was at an angle here. So, that was technically incorrect to me, but I won't tell if you don't tell. Alright, and then I want this line here and here. And we will now attempt to do the loft again. Turn the body off, turn those two off. Grab that loft to this plane. Nope, can't do to that plane. So, I wasn't sure. I'd never actually tried to do it to a plane before, so I figured, you know what? Let us see what happens. If I do body here, what kind of geometries do I get? Turn these guys off, turn that off. Turn this back on. Let's see. So these two sets of lines is what I'm looking for, it looks like. That line and that line. We'll see how that lofts up. Loft that... Oh, not that face. Not that face. Buddy. That to that. Buddy. Okay. So I believe my problem here is that this top loft is overlapping, right? We'll try flipping some of these around just to see what happens. Connected. Okay, yeah. Still doesn't like it. So, connected. Well, I can just hit escape. So. We will come back here. Intersect that guy, that guy. Okay. And I will toss a point on there that is quinkydink with that guy. And then we can unquinkydink this guy, which is that one. And requinkydink that guy on that point. And now we should not have an overlap. So loft should work. Loft. Turn the body off. That guy. Let's see what happens. Nope. Alright, well, it will accept it if we change the form. Unfortunately, that is not what I want. Okay, one more attempt here. And that is to back this up a little bit. So, that guy. That guy. There we go. Hop over here. Toss this guy back in here. And grab that at... Is this degrees or distance? I hope that's distance. 3 millimeters. Okay. Loft. That guy down to that guy. Turn the body on. Alright, still doesn't like it. So. Last thing we can do is can try this one last thing. So instead of this second sketch here, and we'll delete that guy. Yeah, delete. Yeah, we lost those quinkydinks over here, but that's okay. You can just delete that geometry. And let's, I'll figure out where you're going next in a minute. What I was thinking is, nah, that's not gonna work. I take it back. Okay, so actually, what if I drag that down a bit? Plane at angle 90. Split that on that. Okay. Turn the lower body off. There we go. Turn that off. And I was thinking maybe we might be able to shell here now. Okay. Right. So we can shell there now. Only question is, okay, there we go. So our only issue now that we have that hollow, is getting a hole to the inside. So let me hit this here, come back here and formalize this sketch here. And let's see. What if you are deleted and you either go tangent to this circle? Let's try that first. Tangent. And then let's see. If I take this sketch here, project all that, grab this line here. Well, what did I project there? I just projected the body. Let's project the forms and faces instead. There. Toss this in here. And project out that. Okay. Then we can attempt to extrude all of this stuff. Distance to object. I can correct the rest of that when we get there. Doesn't like that one. How about this one? Cut. Come back over here. Grab the interior face like that. Alright, back up. Hit the finish button, turn the sketch off. Extrude. Grab the interior face. Okay, not that one. Yeah, okay. It's not actually a plane, so it's not going to let me do that. We're almost there. Almost there. Turn this on. Extrude. -6. -12. Huh, how did I... How are you creating a sphere? That is fascinating. Yeah, okay, we destroy that edge, which is expected because it offs up. Yeah, alright, I do not see a good way to do this, so... And this is just me being quiet as I wait for the computer to catch up. And hopefully not crash. Okay, yeah, it has decided it can't do it. Just double checking. Triple checking. So, I think we are kind of up crap creek, as they say. Without no paddle. I have attempted multiple things to try to get that to work. It is not, so we are hitting the undo button until we get back to where we were before, and we are going to live with the fact that those fins are purely cosmetic and do not actually let air through. We tried a lot of things. Probably been trying for about 20-25 minutes now. Ooh, I might have gone too far. Yep, definitely went too far. Oh wow, it's still catching up. Okay. Let's see. Redo rename. And in a minute. Yep, there we go. Finish sketch. I think this one is where we started. Yeah, trying to... Oh no, this is top of vent loft. Okay, so we still have a little bit more to go. Redo luft. Okay, there we go. So, this is where we at. I don't believe we have anything after this. Yeah, that was all my attempts at getting this thing shelled out, which unfortunately failed. I guess the only other opportunity we had... You know what? I guess... Alright, there's one more thing. I know that this has been a long time. We've been working on this for a long time now, but there's one more thing I can think of, which is coming all the way back here. Let's see. Wings. Oh, that's not marked. Wing draft extension. Okay, so coming back here, do I have a... Oh, did I not create the wings as their own body? Roll here. Are wings not their own body? Wings are not their own body. Okay, what I was thinking is if wings were their own body, I could cut the wings out first. And then... Yeah. Let's try to redo this as new body. Okay, this is likely to break things, but you know. Okay, what's the problem here? Cut, join. Profile, I believe, is correct there. That, I believe, is correct there. Wing draft. So, what is our problem? It should work the same way it worked before. Okay. Let us do this then. Oh, what's this remove body? Remove body is from the split. Okay. That is... Actually... Is that correct? Control Z, Control Z. No, that is not correct. Okay, I see what happened. We need to split. We gotta do a second split. Split body that with that plane, the wing draft. Okay. And then we remove the one body and remove the other body. I don't know why I'm coming up here. Okay, that was incorrect. That was definitely incorrect. Alright, now I know I don't go up there. Yeah, delete face is not correct. That guy. Delete. Remove. Alright, there we go. And now are you going to be happy? Yes, you are. Alright, so now that we fixed that, let's turn... Oh, we did not fix that. Join. Thank you. Alright, now that we fixed that, turn this off right quick and try to shell this out here. This is my last attempt, honest to goodness. Alright, cool. Cool. So that works here. Let's hit OK. Let's see. Now I gotta get this combined with that. The way we are going to do this, I got this weird little edge right here now. I don't recall that. I wonder if that was there before. Actually, it might repair itself when we actually put it together. Let's see. I think what I should do is grab that and cut and keep tools. Turn that off and extrude that. And that. Oh, I guess I can't extrude both of those. I was trying to cut this whole entire center part. This whole entire center part is still connected. I kind of don't want it to still be connected. Alright, you know what? We will retry that delete face thing. See if we can't make this work. We're having fun experimenting. We're learning things, learning what does and does not work. Alright. If we delete that soccer ball, what happens? Okay, looking promising. That fits in there without gaps. Should. We hit the combine button. Combine that and that. Hit the join button. Do not keep the tools. And then we start going forward, and this rotation here is the only thing I'm worried about. Obviously that rotation there was something definitely to worry about. So let me hit the Control Z button. I can hit Control Z here too. Go to the rotation. We still lost the bottom half there. So let's look at what we deleted. Okay, we did not actually delete this part. So let us see. Control or come back here. Okay, here we can attempt to do something. We can we are combined right now. We did not combine yet, so we can attempt to, I'll come here just to be safe, combine here in the other order just to make sure that it keeps the name front panel. Okay, cool. Scared me for a second there, Fusion. And we can take our 3mm here, split this off into its own body. Okay. Oh no. Where'd that end up at? Oh, my bad. Hit Control Z, activate this guy. 3. Huh, that's funny that it went the opposite direction as soon as I activated it. Split. Turn this off. Go 2. Turn this back on. Grab this and turn that one off. Okay. And then rejoin. Okay. Okay. There we go. Inside back of back panel. Okay. And we are going to hit the fast forward button and hope that nothing broke. Okay, it's still working. Cool. Cool. I think it's still working. Nope, it's not. Alright, just one thing broke, so let's see what that was. Connection holes. And this is in yellow, which is the back panel. So what were you? Oh, okay. So you don't know where you're going now. More specifically, this guy does not know where he's going right now. So one of those things easy enough to fix. We had that problem with the other guy. Oh, no, it's not just that guy. Okay, let's see which ones work and which ones don't. Okay, so that guy works there. There. Don't look like they're poking out the back. And nope, not the top guy at all. So we will fix that guy separately. Huh. Why? You were just working. Try this again. Don't know what went wrong. Good, and good. Fascinating. Okay. All right, because we've spent so much time getting just to this point, I am going to go ahead and fix that off stream, and we will continue where we left off with these vents, which hopefully was this guy. That's the only error, so I'm not that concerned about it. And it looks like we are not quite correct now at this point, so I'm going to delete these two. Let's delete all 3 actually. We will come back and reproject using the back plane, whatever it is. Alright, so there's that. Project out the, not that guy. Where's my sketches? That guy. All these guys. Yeah, still can't box. Now these guys are all blue, which is a little concerning. Yeah, so the offset definitely broke like it normally does. As I've said before, that's why I normally don't like using offset, because it's one of the sketch elements that breaks. Unfortunately, there's not, as far as I'm aware, an offset constraint available. Right? Nobody sees it here. Yeah. So when you hit the offset button, I will go ahead and hit Control Z really quick. That's 80 degrees. Okay. Control Y. When you hit the offset button, it creates an offset constraint. 3mm. Let's hit OK. And right here, this right here has an offset constraint, and normally it's like a P, I believe. like kind of a, oh, there it is, a T. That's what it is. So this is the offset constraint. Unfortunately, they don't give that to you inside of this list right here. So I don't know. Yeah, see, that's just the offset command that we used. So that's seems to be the only way that you can create an offset constraint. If they gave that to you, then we'd be able to reapply it after it broke, I assume. But that is, as we say, not the world that we are living in right now. So, all right, so that is now there. This is 80 degrees. Whoops. That is 80 degrees. Okay. And now what is your guys' issue? Okay, not connected on the other end. There we go. And now we are fully constrained once again. And you have issues. Oh, because I deleted it and Yes, I understand. That is fine. Manage loss projections. Oh, edges. Okay. I'm not going to redo all these. So, is there a hotkey I can use here? Delete? Nope. That does not work. Let me click that and hit the delete button. No. Turn that off. Double click that. Alright, I can't double click it, which is annoying. I don't want to select too much, which is also annoying. Let's do this and then try to double deselect. Alright, you can't double deselect, unfortunately. This is going to be time consuming. Alrighty. And you can where am I? Project this guy, please. Oh, what happened? I thought I clicked project. Oh, we're not in the sketch. Okay, good bunch of men. Please let me edit it. Please edit sketch. What is going on here? Save button? Save button? I'm not in the sketch right now, and it's not letting me open the sketch. Open that sketch. Hit finish. Open that sketch. There we go. Project. There we go. Okay. Finish. And now we go back to lofting. Luft. Buddies. Let's see, the front one to number 2. Turn the body back on. And let's see whether or not that fixed our problem. Does not really know. Okay, so hit Control Z, hit Control Z, hit Control Z, and Control Z. And as it turns out, we actually don't want that one. It turns out we will intersect this body. And now this should work. Hit the finish button. Turn that on, turn that off. That guy to the second one. Oh, I am not in loft. Top to the second one. Turn the body on. Hit OK. And now you are on the inside, right? Yep, you are. Yep, that is a good wall. And over here, technically a good wall. Okay. And that vent is probably going to look alright. So I'm going to, because this is going to be time consuming and we spent a lot of time figuring out how to shell that out, I'm only going to do one more. I'll do the rest off stream. But what I want to do first before we get out of before we move on is see what it looks like with the let's see, we're here for the first one. That's a blank spot, so we're this one. See what it looks like when I extend it out the other way. Cut. Huh. Fascinating. Oh, did I select this line right here somehow? Let us delete. Yeah, what's this rail here for? Delete this rail. Delete that. Try again. Top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the body. Hit OK. And what I wanted to check was... Oh, okay, now. So what I wanted to do was this. Where's the top sketch? Extend this out by like 3. I don't know that that's going to look the way I want it to, though. I probably have to do another loft with an offset. Yeah. So what I'll do is Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. There we go. And again, this will happen off stream just because we spent way too much time getting this working, but it was a good learning experience. Not saying it, wasn't worth the time or anything, but I'll set this up just so that we have it available and have to do this before I loft. And you can see how I'm going to end up doing this when I get to it. Project this out. Okay. Do a 3mm offset. Offset. This actually could be, in theory, a little bit more, but I'm not too concerned about it. And I'm thinking, we'll see what happens. Top, project all this stuff. I was thinking maybe I should change the numbers. So like, I did first one to the second one. I was thinking maybe I did the second one to the third one on the second bottom 2 layers, and then do the raise to the first one or something like that, but we're probably all right. So again, this will be done off camera, but for the rest of it to get it finished. But let's get it at least so you have an idea of where I'm going with this. So body, we are here. We are here, and we are going to go here. Turn the body back on and hit OK. Now in theory that should be collinear, and this doesn't look like it is in quite the... So I kind of wanted this fan more trapezoid, which is why I went in, I did an offset on there. It doesn't look like that quite worked for some reason. My offset is in the correct direction, so let's go -10 just for the funds of it. There we go. That was something more of what I was looking for. That's a little exaggerated, so I'll come back and tweak that. But you can imagine now we have these fins going all the way down there, all the way up to the top. And obviously I will mirror all that, mirror this whole entire group across to the other side, and we should be good. Alright. One of these things, unfortunately, we ended up with these blank spaces right here and here that we don't need, but I'm not terribly concerned. One of those things, nobody's going to see the inside anyway, so even if that ends up with a little bit of a, a little bit of overhang. I don't know. Yeah. Artifacting. There we go. Overhang artifacting is the word I was looking for. We should still be good. So this is bottom of vent loft. Oops, Control Z. Top of vent loft, and then down here in constructions we have top of vent loft, And rename vent hole 1 2. Rename vent hole 3 4. I believe that is correct. And then this is rename vent, and that was 2 1. All right, cool. All that stuff that we just did should be named. The offset, I don't normally name the offset faces. Maybe I should. Yeah, I guess I maybe should. So rename print offset for fan vant. Okay, good job there for vant. All right. We are now onto legs. It's taken 50,000 years, but we are now onto legs. 1 hour in. All right, and this should hopefully be quick. Hopefully. It may not be quick. All right, so we need to get these legs from here onto here. I do not want to connect. Maybe I will. I was gonna say I don't particularly want to connect the back to the ender, but however, we probably should, because otherwise it's going to look a little bit silly. Now, I was thinking 4 legs originally, but what if we did 3? I mean, it is kind of this alien spaceship thing, walker. So it'd be interesting maybe to do 3 legs, so 1 on the back and 2 on the front, tripod it. All right. I'm not particularly opposed. The legs, I think I'm going to do as their own component and then join them afterwards to the front and back respectively. All this is inside the body though, so I'm going to delete that. Come up here, new component, legs. Otherwise, there's not really a reason for me to have the body part. Wait, did I not just name that legs? Legs? There we go. All right. So, let's see. I kind of want to do... So they're not really good to do. So I feel like I'm going to need some adjustment in the legs to properly sit on here. So I wanted to articulate them. However, I don't want the bolts coming loose during printing, and this thing to like droop over is my only problem, which is why they kind of should be solid. But at the same time, I need some kind of leeway in here, because real life does not line up correctly with the model. The next question is where exactly to start, because the problem I'm going to end up with here is the tangents to the body. And the other thing I probably should consider is where exactly this leg's going to go. It almost, I guess it should go kind of like this. Round about here. It may overlap the back wall, but the back panel rather, but it's one of those things. It doesn't necessarily have to be connected physically to the back panel. The other thing is, I guess it actually has to be bolted on if it does overlap the back panel, because that's not going to be printable, because again, we're printing on this split line. So Let's see. I think probably the first two we should be able to sketch out, maybe not sketch out, but get a plane 4 off of this. Yeah, actually, we probably can get all 3 of these, right? That's not really... I don't really like that. Let us... Does the body have a midplane? X midplane? Yes, it does. Excellent. So, sketch on that guy. And intersect in that case, so that I can get some actual contours to do tangent lines off of. So we'll be doing a tangent line there and a tangent line there. The front left, or the left leg and right leg on the front shell are probably going to be coplanar. So that is, or not coplanar, but you know, using the same tangent. The back one will be, whoops, did not mean to hit that. I actually meant to hit the right button. Look at, okay. The back one will be separate, obviously. Tangent, tangent, tangent. I am blind. Thank you. There we go. There we go. And now we just got to determine an angle. 60. Nope. 70. Let's see. Maybe more. 75. Yeah, that may be fine. Okay. I am wondering whether or not I'm going about these front runs correctly. The back one is probably fine to do like this, but I'm not so sure about the back ones. The front ones, rather. I'm not going to bother constraining that. So let's take a look at this. So plane at angle through that guy. And that's going to be 90. So the back leg is definitely coming out like that. The problem is that the front and left leg, they're going to be at this angle, but coming out this direction, right? You know what? So maybe I should have done this way. Yeah, I probably should have done this way. So let us pop back into that sketch and just delete the other line. Okay. Finish. And then grab the midplane here. That is not the midplane here. Where are you at? There. Alright. Grab that. Intersect that. Turn that off. Turn that off. And toss these legs in here. Tangent constraint. Whoops, not that one. Not that one. Tangent constraint. Maybe I should. I guess not. I have another sketch visible. I do not want my other sketch visible. Thank you. Let us toss the... Oh, that's not the vertical line? Yeah, because that is the offset. Whatchamacallit. So this is my vertical line. That one is offset again because of the weapons array. And now 60. How do we like that line right there? That leg. Maybe a little bit off to the edge. 50. Something like that. We could go a little bit further. 45. Yeah, let's go 45. Alright, and copy that guy. And off we go. Plane at angle. Okay. 90. Plane at angle. Okay. 90. And this is back leg tangent. Front legs tangents. leg tangent, front right leg tangent, and front and left leg tangent. Alright. And here I was thinking that this this stream might go down on a little too short. It might be a little too short, is what I was thinking originally. We're doing pretty good. Alright. Alright. So, new component. Front left leg. And go on the front left leg tangent. Project out the body. Let's turn the ender off for the time being. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way on the front left leg. Oh, this is the front right leg. Yeah, this front right leg. Okay. So there is that. If I do intersect, do I get anything? I don't think I should. I shouldn't get anything from an intersect, but we'll try. It doesn't look like it's going to give me anything. Doesn't really look like it did. Actually, I take that back. Control Y. Did it give me a little dot on the inside? Turn the body off. Look at. Is that from the intersection? It might not be. Alright. So body. We want it to be round about here, I think. So right there, we'll do. What kind of connection point do we want for the leg? I think we're gonna. I like ball joints. I do like ball joints. Is that reasonable? That's the other thing. I was going to hollow these out so that we can hide the wires in here. Is that still reasonable? It might not be reasonable. We'll look at it. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's do this. Toss that on there. And then let me look at the body again. That's my split line. I probably want to offset it some. Let's just offset it both sides. Call it 5. Boop, 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 doo. Tangent there. Tangent there. Oh, we're not going to be able to do tangent there. Toss that on there. Quinkydink that with there. And we can determine an angle at which that is quinkydinked. So let's call it 60. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, those are construction lines. Construction line. Actually, that is not going to be a construction line because I am going to revolve this guy on there. And new body is fine. Now let's turn this and hop back up here and see how that looks. So a leg coming out there. Leg almost feels like it should be a little bit bigger. Alright, let's make it a little bit bigger. Ball joint. Alright, let's make this 35. Finish. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do. I'm just thinking right now about how I'm going to do this. I almost think that this is going to end up being something like this. That and that intersection to get that disc. Keep tools. And then, did I not just hit keep tools? Where's the rest of my circle? Oh, okay. Right. So what I wanted was I wanted to lop this off on there. Cut. Keep tools. I'm going to cut that off. Get rid of this guy. Remove. And then on the body... no, I guess... Nah, I guess it's just this one. I was thinking of also cutting the body, but probably not a good idea. Because we're going to probably print this in 2 parts. This might get printed in 2 parts anyway. So if it does get printed in 2 parts, then we'd actually want the body to maintain a wall as well. Okay. This is rename ball joint. Ball joint. Body intersect. Body. Mesh removal? Nah. Interface. Interface. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, alright. Next question is, do I just, at this point, actually come up here, hit the mirror button, and I use the mirror button a lot, so back to customizing this toolbar, mirror that body to new component, no, okay, and we have the X plane right up here somewhere, X mid plane, new body. Where'd that body go? This guy? Huh, that's funny, it made it part of this instead of creating the new body in. Actually, instead of moving there first, we will go ahead and new component. Front left leg. This really should be front right leg because I am bad. And now we can move this down here. Okay. And I think rather than bouncing over to do the back ball joint, we are going to go ahead and continue with this front left leg. Or front. Oh, I see what I did. I'm looking at it like this, and this says front left leg, but if you're looking at it from the robot's part of view, the mech's part of view, its front left leg is this one. That's funny. I didn't even think of that. So, this is in fact the front right leg. Okay. And turn this back. Yeah, that's the front right leg. Okay. So, where is the ender? There we go. And I realized when I was doing this that I probably need this to be... See, I kind of like the angle that this is at relative to the ender. It's not directly over, it's actually supporting itself at kind of a spider angle is kind of what my idea is here. But, however, the wheels right here on the carriage on the z-axis are going to roll up more or less to this line, which means that this, instead of coming down here, which is the angle I kind of wanted it at, is gonna have to come up to here to avoid getting hit, which is a little bit awkward. I mean, on the bright side, we have access to that extrusion right there, so we can take the cap off and actually connect to the extrusion, which is pretty cool. But the placement of the leg, because the leg should in theory be the same length, is going to be a little bit awkward. The next question is, what are the segmentations, the ratio of the segmentations on each of these legs, because that should be consistent. Actually, it doesn't necessarily need to be consistent front and back. We could make the back leg shorter because, again, this is its weapons array, so it actually wants to, when it fires, it assumes that it's taller than everything else is the trick here. So it assumes it's the biggest thing in the room, so it mostly fires down. But if it needs to fire up, then it needs to drop its back leg in order to, you know, get the correct orientation on the firing. So so the back leg could be shorter because it naturally wants to drop that leg shorter. Although its visor right here kind of wants to stay on horizon, so maybe not, maybe not. Alright, so if we make the bottom leg so that it's just right angled like this, then we can make the other leg go like that, and maybe it's not so bad. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I want it just in this same plane for the front right leg. So, where is my construction planes? And this actually is backwards, so this is left leg, and this is right leg. Okay. So, can I go? You can't do tangent to spheres, unfortunately. We have two options here. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is take an offset from that. We made the sphere 35, but it's overlapping some, so let's call it 15 and see where we're at. I wanted more than that, so back to 10. I think I can live with that. Okay, so this is going to be first segment. Front right leg first segment. Okay. And again, I think I am okay with that orientation still. Project out. Or actually, no, I want the intersect. I take it back. Intersect of that. And then I'm gonna toss this. Let's make this 3 here. Actually, maybe I don't make this 3. Yeah, maybe I don't make this 3. Delete that, keep that like that, and then offset. Change this to top of first segment. Okay. Offset that by another 20. Okay. Project out that guy. And then I'm going to give myself a little bit of an offset here. Let's say 6. And we will make the inside construction line. And then from there, that is front right leg top of loft of first segment. And from here, we can go let's see, we've gone 10 so far, so let's go 25 and project out that guy and hit finish. And then let's go ahead and loft this guy out and see how that looks. Loft. Oops, not that point. Let's turn the body off, out of the way. That, and that. Turn the body back on. And hit the join button. Boop, boop, boo. Let us see. So my biggest issue here is that the ball joint going back over here is not really going to fit. So, what we might want to do is slide the whole entire thing back and come forward with it as well. Or come forward with it. Come forward with it and then bring the legs backwards. Okay, let's try that. Let's come all the way back here to there. And before we do that, let me just hop up here to make sure that we are good. So before we make the legs, I'm going to move components, the front face, because that should be connected to everything else. Let's move it 50 there. Maybe 35 minus. Let's see. The back leg. Yeah, if the back leg is going over there, we might have to move this more towards center. It's a bit difficult. Our other option, actually, to move us up a little bit more, but I don't want to get too far away from the frame. Leg comes back here, and it can be grabbing like this. Front leg, front left leg, or front, it's right leg, it's front right leg, comes here and perches there, and then its right leg is kind of over here. Might work. Alright, let's try that. Hit OK. And go here. No. Control Z. Did we move? Alright, there we go. Capture position. There we go. Nothing should have broke. I don't see any reason why anything would break from that, because everything is done relative to Why would that break? I did move the whole entire body, right? Huh, why are you on the inside? That is fascinating. Control Z. That is not correct. Where is my midplane? X midplane. The X midplane did not move with the rest of everything else, so evidently I did not move it correctly. So we went 40 and 35, I believe. Control Z. Move. Body. Oh, no, yeah. The body is the one with the X plane, so that should be correct. Where is my arrows? So this was minus 35. Or no, this one was minus 40. Oh, this is the front arrow. So that is the minus 35. And the other one is 40. Just to make sure I'm in the correct plane. Yes, 40 is where we were at before. And hit the capture position. I think everything is now stable. Let's find out. Revolve. Where's my... no. Fascinating. Control Z. I see what happened. This one was on the X-axis, and evidently, when I moved that, it lost the intersection of the body. Wait. Oh, we came forward. I see what happened. Okay. Control Z. Control Z. Redefine sketch plane to front plane construction back of front plane. Okay. Redefine there. And then we can take the intersection of that. This can go here and there. All right, and this is tangent to that, and that is tangent to that, and then we hit OK. All right. We are back in business, boys. Let's just hit the end button and assume everything is still kosher. So now, this plane, we gotta figure out. So I kind of want this plane now, instead of being straight off this side, I want it actually back a bit at an angle. So, how do we go about this? This plane is the issue, right? Which is going to kill all these other guys, but I think it will still be able to get fixed. How do I determine which plane that is on? Oh, that's weird. All of a sudden my ears popped. Huh. That was funky. So it kind of wants... So this is more or less the angle I want the plane at. How do we define that, though? I could... So we could attempt... How am I on paint select again? We could attempt to get an axis through it like this. That's one option. Let's see. How would we define that, though? How would defining the axis is about the same problem as defining the plane itself. Let's really quick. Alright, so we don't have a cone. We don't really. The perpendicular to face that point, I believe, needs a flat face, so that doesn't really help us. We don't really have two edges, planes or points. Axis perpendicular, point at vertex. Point at center of sphere. There we go. Okay, so we got a point in space. That is a good start. Alright, so we have something. So, could do 2 points. How would we go about doing that? If I go, well, I guess, you know what? I guess I don't even need that point at the center of the sphere. If I grab oh, you know what? Forward. Let's see this really quick. Perpendicular at point. Okay, how did you decide, though, that that is perpendicular? You don't have any other reference planes, right? Okay, so gotcha. So the way I'm looking at it determines. So I don't know how well that copes with changes to the timeline is my biggest issue here. That actually would be workable. Let's see. It's perpendicular to the camera-ish, right? So right there. Let's see. Plane at angle. Not tangent plane, plane at angle. Through that. And then... Nah. So I do not have this one right. Right there. Okay. Plane at angle. And then rotate this to the angle I want it. Right about there. Alright, it's close. I wish I had some better way to fine tune that angle there, but that vertex rather. Axis, not vertex. But I think this is probably close enough. So I now take an offset from that, -3, -6. Let's go at -6. I need to clear basically the body, otherwise it's going to look funny, is what I need to do here. And all these things are in purple. Where's purple? That is frustrating. Okay, and that is the top level. I just put all those in top level. Alright, we will attempt to recreate this in the correct area. Alright. Front right. Perpendicular. And we were roundabout here. Oh, wrong perpendicular. Okay. Huh, why'd you freeze up? That was a little weird. Nope. Perpendicular at point. Roundabout there, I think. Okay. At angle. -60 is where we were at before. Let's see. Let's look at that. I think it probably needs to be a little bit more, which means that we were not quite at this same perpendicular. Might be alright though. Might be workable. Alright. There's that. And then I need to redefine this sketch plane to be, let me make sure that I'm selecting the correct one. That guy. Okay. Well, you are out in outer space, so I don't know how exactly Fusion decided that was correct, because it was an intersect of a body, and the body is still there. That's still the same body we had before. So it should have updated to the body. But at this point, everything else, in theory, should be just a matter of updating these frames. And you should be minus 20 instead. Okay. And manage loss protection, that's right, because... no. Cancel. Relink. My bad. Relink. Let's turn some of this stuff off so I can see what I'm working with. And the bodies. Body. And now the leg. Body. There we go. And if that is my sketch, then we should be good. Okay. Finish. And you are relative to... Actually, you should be fine. You should be relative to the same guy. Manage loft projections. And... relink. Turn that guy off. Grab that guy. Okay. And now we can loft out. Let's come here. Turn the body off before I loft. Oh, you went the wrong way. Finish sketch. You are the wrong way. And who are you off of? Because you should be off of this guy, right? That guy. Minus 25, okay. And... oh no, not that guy. Wrong guy. That guy. Minus 25. Okay. There we go. That... got to reconstruction this guy. Turn you off. There we go. Finish. Luft. Dun, dun, dun. Not the point. There we go. Body. Join. Hit OK. And then turn the body back on so that we can look. Right. So this is a little bit fat. So all we got to do now is adjust some numbers. Let's turn that down to 3. And take a look. Okay, actually, I think I'm going to not offset that at all, and then I'm going to make the other end a little bit smaller. So turn that solid. It's going to break the loft, but we will fix that in just a moment. Because, we won't fix it now because I got to actually change this guy as well. Huh. Control Z. Concentric to that guy. Three. Ooh, that is 63. That is not 3. And actually, there we go. Much better. Now we can fix the left. Bodies and bodies. 1, 2, 3. Turn the body on. There we go. I like that better. Quick look. Could even make it, let's change this to direction instead of connection. Maybe that one direction. I wanted it a bit more bulbous is what I'm looking for here. You can see it gets a little bit more bulbous, but can't really tell. Maybe that's a little bit more bulbous, but all right, there's that. Now we need to just get back to here. I think I'm gonna try to figure this one out. Leg tangent. Top of first segment. Right leg. Front right leg. I can just call it right leg. I don't need front because there is no left or right in the back to begin with. And this is right leg bottom of first segment. And then we will go off of that, let's say minus 20, and we're going to put another sphere in here. So project out that guy. Turn these guys off. Turn the bodies off. And the ball joint, I'm going to make, am I making it smaller or am I making it bigger than the bottom of the leg? I kind of like it bigger, honestly. Just a personal preference, but we'll make it a hair bigger. Like 2, maybe. And toss this in here. Oh, that was not correct. Quink-dink with that, and revolve. Finish. Revolve. That guy. That guy. That guy. To there. And turn the body on, and we will join. Oh, okay, so that, I do need to be closer. Okay. I wasn't sure how exactly that would line up, but it's easy enough to adjust this. So minus 10 for now, see where it's at. Not quite enough, so we will just keep on incrementing, and it may be, nah, that's probably about right. I was going to say it may be that we actually want the ball joint to be right up against the face, but that is probably correct. Turn that back on. And let's see. So I want a straight segment, but it looks like we're actually going to collide with this guy. If we do that, that's what it looks like right now. Alright, so here's the deal. We are about to hit the 2-hour mark. unfortunately. So I think I'm going to marinate on this design right now, and we will come back for a part 4. Not really happy that we're hitting a part 4, because I thought that this was all going to go a lot more smoothly. However, again, as I've said, we did learn a bit, and I did pick up on a couple things that I did not, I did problem solve is where I'm going with this. I did problem solve a couple things that, frankly, I felt pretty good with actually getting the solution to. So, one of those things, time well spent at any rate. We learned some new tricks. I'm not sure whether or not this is all going to be correct here. Part of me is thinking that maybe I should have made this leg a bit more spindly. Make this a little bit smaller, make the next segment even more spindly. The biggest problem with that is that this needs to support the motherboard up here, the motherboard and the plastic. These legs have to keep it up and not break. So that's why I'm hesitating. But like I said, I think this is where we are going to call it, take a break on this one. We will not be back after dinner for this design. I do want to stream something else after dinner. I'm not entirely sure what, though. It's either video games or, well, it's one of those things. I didn't mention I mentioned that I had a rather productive day. Woke up, 7 o'clock, ate breakfast, and around about 8 o'clock, left to go help a friend of the family move. So I was out until about 2:30, got home, and landscapers were out in the yard, so could not exactly stream. So printed something else instead, and therefore we started this round about 4:30. So I think that was 4:30. Yeah, one of those things. Just things that did not really that took up a bunch of time. So maybe I am going to try to get 2 streams in tonight instead of just one after dinner. And that being the case, we may actually have 2 different streams, one of which will be a late night video games, and the other one will probably, we might be able to do the Dremel press. The Dremel press is together and working, so I could do that. I wasn't sure whether I want to do that today or tomorrow morning. So I guess we'll see what happens. So anyway, 20-minute outro out of the way. If you guys have been watching so far, thank you. And I hope you have a great and wonderful day, afternoon, or evening. And for anybody else tuning in later, I will see you there.